Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Sorry, I'll apologise now. My voice sounds really strained today because it is.
Busy weekend, Andy.
Very busy weekend.
Yeah,
I'll tell you all about that in a few minutes' time. Weather today, I think there's a wind warning in effect in different parts of the country today. And I know that we're going to see very high gusts and strong gusts in Kerry. But dry, though, for the most part. A few passing showers and temperatures of around 16 or 17 degrees. So not too bad from that front. And I think tomorrow we're going to get a good spell of sunshine. But I have to double check about this wind warning because, as you can probably tell, I'm not long up.
Yeah,
so
no, it's set to get very windy later in the week. It was very windy yesterday, I thought.
Yeah, it was windy yesterday.
Yeah, at times.
I was being very productive yesterday. I cleaned the front of the house yesterday. Like windows, the doors.
Gutters?
There was, didn't do the gutters.
Okay.
Cobwebs galore yesterday, so I was getting rid of all them.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had a productive day off.
Wow, you took a holiday to do that.
Yeah, I did.
It's budget day, of course, and we're going to have full coverage of the budget live from Dublin. That's going to be here from about lunchtime today. We're going to bring our lunchtime news a little bit earlier today and then going to run right across the afternoon with budget updates for you. So stay tuned for all that. And also check out the Radio Kerry Facebook page and websites for more details as well. It's the budget that's on the front pages of all the papers, as you would expect this morning, starting with the Irish Independent. Pascal Donoghue lays out big benefits to families, but carbon tax dropped. Alliance in a last-minute demand as the budget talks go into the night last night. Families to benefit from 100,000 extra GP-only medical cards, increased childcare subsidies and an income tax cut in today's budget. The big thing for every person, you're going to be about a £5 a week better off, I think. Now, I don't know how you feel about that. Now, to some people, a £5 could be a lot of money, so I'm not talking about those people. But for most people, I think you'd prefer to see that money going into something like healthcare or childcare or something else, because a £5 a week for a lot of people won't make a big difference. I know people will comment here now and say it does make a big difference, but overall, I would say. More about Emma Vic Fahuna on the front pages of our papers as well this morning. Lots of tributes to her, obviously, still pouring in. Her beloved aunt Elaine Moran has been speaking about her and paying a moving tribute to the tight-knit Kerry Gaeltacht area that took her niece to their hearts. Emma lived life to full and wanted nothing but the best for her children, said her heartbroken aunt yesterday. More in the budget in the Times today, more on the cervical check scandal as well. HSE negotiations with smear test labs enter critical phase, says the Times today. Also in the Irish Sun, this awful stabbing. This is on the front pages of a lot of our papers actually this morning. It's in the Sun, it's also in the Irish Examiner today. A woman has been arrested in connection with the fatal stabbing of Timmy Foley in Cork on Sunday, and also in the Times Ireland edition, photograph of Jodie Whittaker. She was she made her debut as Doctor Who was it over the weekend, Andrew?
Yeah,
Definitely in the past few days.
Friday or Saturday night, yeah.
That's gone down very well, I think. First ever female Doctor Who. I saw as well over the weekend that Barbara Broccoli, who's one of the producers of James Bond, has come out and said, once and for all, there will not be a female James Bond. And you know I'm a feminist, and you know I'm a bit mouthy about these things. Why would there be a female? It's a male character.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe Doctor Who, there was always wiggle room, was there? Because he's not really.
Do you know, I've never seen a full episode of Doctor Who. It's not really my. I'm into sci-fi, but that's not really my bag at all.
Yeah, okay. But this calls for a female James Bond.
Well, James Bond is a man. James Bond,
yeah,
there was never any
man character.
You know what I mean? Like anyway.
Now, unless James Bond had a sex change, that would be the only way I suppose that
that's
it could
probably
change.
the only way it would work. Yeah.
And also in the Times Ireland edition, a blood test can identify those at risk of heart attack. More on that story in the Times Ireland edition today. The
top trends in Ireland this morning: CB Live, Clareburn Live is trending. They covered various issues last night, including the budget and social welfare. And Emma Vic Fahuna is also trending this morning. And as Elaine mentioned, her funeral takes place today, which we will be looking at later on as well. Certainly on Kerry today. Very sad stories still done. Some of the tributes that are paying in are lovely. FAI Cup, Cork City beat Bohs last night in the replay of the game. The controversial penalty that got Cork City a draw and ended up they won 2-1 last night. Bohs though scored a goal last night which will be worthy, and I'd say it will end up getting a Puskas nomination next year.
Okay. Ian
Morris scored an almighty thunder strike and it was a cracker. Probably one of the best goals you'll see all season, so check it out on Twitter. That's also trended this morning. Along with Taylor Swift, she's after making her political views clear, and it sparked a comment from Donald Trump jokingly, who said, "I always liked Taylor Swift. I now like her music 25% less."
Oh, thanks.
So
she's famously apolitical and has stayed away from any kind of. I heard a big conversation about it a few weeks ago on a radio show, and they just talked about the fact that she's unusual and that she's so. Doesn't say anything about her political beliefs. Well, she's broken all that now, and she has come out and she has said where she stands on certain things.
You know, they shop Deals
Yeah.
There's
of course I know
there's
Deals.
an article in the paper
I'm a
this
mother.
morning. Deals customers in Ireland have been left wondering, why is Elvis Presley the voiceover for the self-service checkout?
Oh, okay, I haven't noticed that.
Didn't notice that,
No,
yeah.
okay.
Apparently people are kind of going, I think it's lovely. You're going in, you get your shopping done, and as you leave, you realise, there's Elvis talking to you.
You talk to the king.
Yeah, there's a load of quotes from different people, but it's Elvis Presley's voice, apparently. They've
Wow.
they've taken it out of various interviews, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Somebody has spent painstaking amount of time editing it all together and
Yeah.
then stuck it into this
Have
machine.
they paid Elvis's estate?
I don't know, unless it's an Elvis impersonator, but it's a damn good one by all
Morning,
accounts anyway.
Deals.
So good morning to
Call
Deals.
your lawyers.
Yeah, I like that one. And it's World Post Day today. So do you know what I'd like to tell people today is I'd encourage everybody to write a letter and actually send it to someone today. Why
Okay.
not? Or you could write down your Halloween Ghost Story competition entry and you could post that to us today, Radio Kerry, Main Street, Tralee.
Okay. We sent a postcard from London a couple of weeks ago. My daughter sent a postcard to her friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't sent a postcard in donkeys.
I barely knew how to do it. I was like, okay, buy the postcard.
The worst part is trying to find a post box when
I
you're out
know,
foreign.
and
It's
a
fine in
stamp.
Ireland, and a stamp, exactly, and how much
Actually,
it is.
that's a good point. Ireland, our post offices are very easy to find, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just because we know where they are, though, is
That
it? I don't
could be
know.
it, yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe in the UK, post boxes are very probably easy to identify, but a post office, certainly I wouldn't be able to just kind of go, oh, there's such and such a one in there, so... Anyway.
And are you a woman of a certain age who's single? And do you get sick of people asking you, anything going on? Any fella? That
Yeah.
bull. Interesting story about a woman who's sick of being asked if she's getting married, Andrew.
Yes, yeah. This is a lady based out of Oxford University in the UK, and she had an interesting take on the whole thing about being sick of people asking her. So she went and did something quite extreme. She married herself.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know actually how the legalities of it work, but
Yeah.
she tied the knot with herself. She's now married to herself, and no longer can people ask the questions, although they'll still probably ask the questions.
Imagine them asking her, are you married? Yeah, I am actually. I'm married. Yeah.
And who's the lucky fella or girl? Well, it's the most amazing woman I know, is her answer.
You're looking at her.
I was at a wedding, all right, on Saturday in Kilkenny.
Okay.
And all I kept getting was, oh yeah, who'll be next now? Huh?
Oh,
Who'll be next?
it's so annoying.
Yeah.
And you get to, you're at that age now,
Yeah.
yeah. And every time you go away for a weekend or you go on holidays, I wonder will they get engaged?
Yeah. No is the answer to that anyway.
Yeah.
I was also at the Radio Awards Friday night.
Yeah.
Hence the hangover hitting me today, really. That's why I took yesterday off.
It's Tuesday now, Andy.
I had 2 full
You know?
days of it.
Yeah.
2 full days and full mornings of it. But anyway, funny story. So Eoghain Fitz and I shared a room. We stayed in the
Okay.
Kilkenny Ormond Hotel. Nice
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
Anyway, so we arrived in. We met a bunch of lads from different radio stations.
I've stayed there.
Yeah, it's a lovely place. No,
Yep,
in fairness,
yep.
very convenient. We did the city centre. Check them out online, kilkennyormond.com. I just
Yeah.
made up the website. I don't know if that's in it. So we arrived in and we met a bunch of friends of ours from different stations who were also
Yeah.
staying there. So we were having the crack and having the chats. And then I said, right, I better go up and get changed, get togged off. I was in
Yeah.
tracksuit pants and a jersey. So I went upstairs and I
God, where's this going?
No, well,
I'm nervous.
Needed to iron my
I
shirts,
don't know
right?
how hungover you are.
As you do when you're leaving, I'd no clean white shirt, so went to Penny's, grabbed a clean white shirt, sorted.
Yeah.
So it had all the all the packaging that comes in.
Yeah.
So it had all those kind of lines on it or whatever. So I'll give it a quick iron. So the iron, like most, needed to have a drop of water put in. Put the drop of water in and I started ironing. So I'm chatting to
getting
Eoghain.
nervous. Yeah.
And the next thing,
Oh no.
sockets had gone dead, right? I'd obviously tripped the switch. So I was like, all right, disaster. Rang reception. I said to the receptionist, I'm very sorry with this. I'm ringing from room 104. I have tripped the sockets in the room with the iron. It's a bit dodgy. And she said, we were wondering why the entire first floor was after going out. So the whole first floor on the Kilkenny Ormond Hotel, thanks to me, had gone off. Thankfully, now
There was probably loads of women getting ready for the radio awards.
Absolutely, like hair dryers, even phones charging, everything. I thought of that. So everything went off. Now they flicked them back on, not too far off it, but I jumped in the shower when I came out. There was 2 irons in the room.
Yeah.
I should have realised why there was 2 irons. One of them was clearly dodgy, which is their fault for not removing it.
Why
not
wouldn't
my
they take
bother.
that iron away now?
I came out of the shower anyway, and there I am, standing in all my glory in my towel, and I see Eoghain Fitz, and he actually ironing my shirt for me.
Ah, that's lovely.
Oh, lads, I think he just wanted to get out of the room and go.
That's a
have
nice
pint.
ending.
Yeah, so he was there.
So our Eoghain Fitz
Our
is
Fitz
very
is
domesticated.
Very domesticated. He's
Did
there.
you do a good job?
He did, and as I was standing there thinking, I'll just take over here now, and he was like, not at all, you work away there. And he just kept going, just
Andrew,
kept ironing away.
I mentioned on the show yesterday, I was at the Ballymac Ladies.
Oh, the lunch, yeah.
The lunch. It was really good fun. But oh my God, people were so dressed up. Oh dear God,
Where's
right?
this going?
Oh God, and like I look nice. I think you know. They looked like they're going to Ladies' Day at the races. Some of
Oh,
them.
wow, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I had
Did you feel underdressed?
I felt fine.
Right,
I'd
okay.
be comfortable like that. Like I thought I looked nice. I was, I could have been just going out for a nice Sunday
Fair
lunch.
enough. Yeah.
Not to the races or a wedding. A wedding. They could have been going to a wedding.
Right,
They were
okay.
gorgeous. But anyway, I had to iron my pants. I wore trousers, wide leg trousers. I ironed them, and honestly, I went to the toilet halfway through the meal. I went into the loo, and there's those fancy toilets in the Rose Hotel. I was enjoying myself,
Yes.
And
you're
then I had to
off
look. I
those
was like,
toilets.
"Am I okay? Yeah, they're fab. Am I okay?" And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Jesus, I really could have done a better job with the ironing the pants."
Do you not think it was great, no?
Oh
You were
God,
kinda
I could have done with
ooh.
Eoghain Fitz.
Ooh, you could have done with
Bring
Eoghain
Eoghain Fitz home to iron my clothes in future.
So he doesn't know this. He'll probably watch this video in around an hour or so before he leaves
Yeah.
to come to work. So I'm going to offer out his services for ironing
Yeah.
without him giving me any permission. So
Speaking of being domesticated, I made delicious banana bread yesterday. Well, me and me little one made it.
did you bring some in?
Yep,
All right,
you
breakfast
got it.
is sorted then.
It's so good. Banana and walnut bread.
I'm looking forward to that then. Right, we're going to
Okay,
wrap
we
this
better
up and we'll go and get the radio show started. We've loads coming up in the show this morning, and we'll give you the full details on our Halloween ghost story competition as well. And whatever you want to talk about, give us a text or a WhatsApp. Is that all right?
Yeah.
We do a
Talk
coffee?
to you soon. Have a great Tuesday.
Let's do caffeine.
Let's do it.
Caffeine.
Bye.
Morning.